Oh, hello everyone. I am Christy Amalu, and this episode is just to highlight some of the problems we have or we might encounter during this COVID-19 and see how we can cope. Because we acknowledge there's a problem there, but then how to manage these problems. Most times it's so easy for people to appreciate things we can see, like physical problems, maybe having the signs and symptoms of COVID-19, which are something like coughing, constant continuous coughing, high temperature, breathing problems, sore throat, you name it. Or sometimes symptoms of cold and flu, like, those are the simple things we can see, and we notice that this person might be having COVID symptoms. So having said that, there are other symptoms that are hidden. So I am looking at, when we have gone through this phase, how do we cope? How do we manage? So we'll be looking at some mental health issues that people might encounter during this time and beyond, and then see how we can remedy them or how we can manage them. So today, I'll be talking to you about anxiety. And by the way, this will be a series, so look out for our next episode. And please don't forget to subscribe at the end of this. If there are any comments, any areas of improvement, please don't hesitate to let us know so we can improve it on our next video. So, anxiety, as you may all know, or some people may not know, it's just an encounter. It's something we feel every now and then, and it's a normal emotions. So you are bound to be anxious about something. I am bound to be anxious about something. For example, you might feel anxious when you are faced with a problem at work, before taking a test, or before making an important decision. So all these things cause anxiety. And the situation we are in now in the whole world, globally, is something that can cause anxiety as well. So anxiety disorders are different though, because they are in groups, and the distress they cause can keep us from carrying on from our normal activities, because people have one worry or the other. And also, if they are constant and overwhelming, they can now become disabling. They can get someone out of their normal functioning, and that's where it becomes a problem. So we have them in various forms and shapes. We have a panic disorder, where somebody feels terror, that strikes at random. And during a panic attack, you may also, have sweat, you may have chest pain. So also you can feel palpitations. Palpitation is like a feeling like your heart is jumping or your heart is racing. Also, you might have some strong or irregular heartbeat. Sometimes you may feel like you are choking or having a heart attack. So, but that's features of a panic disorder. Also, we have some social anxiety disorder. They are also called social phobia. This is when you feel overwhelmingly worry and self-consciousness about everyday social situation. You tend to fixate about others judging you, or on being embarrassed or ridiculed. Like you want to say something, you are afraid people might ridicule you, or you're even afraid to stand out in the crowd to say, to say something or to be noticed. That's called a social anxiety disorder. Sometimes people might have specific phobia. You feel intense fear of a specific object or situation, such as height or flying. Some people can't fly on the aeroplane because they have that particular phobia for flying. The fear goes beyond what's appropriate and may cause you to avoid ordinary situations. Also, there's generalized anxiety disorder, which you feel excessive, unrealistic worry and tension with little or no reason. So some people tend to worry about things, whether those things are there or not. I could remember somebody says, worry has become part of their being. That sometimes even when they don't have anything to worry about, they start to worry because there's nothing to worry about. So that's called generalized anxiety disorder. And one may want to know the signs and symptoms of this anxiety. You might have panic, fear, or uneasiness. So you're afraid. You might have sleep difficulties. You put your head on the pillow and you're not able to sleep. And also not being able to stay calm or still. And also you might have cold, sweaty, numb or tingling hands or feet. And you might have shortness of breath as well. At times you might have heart palpitations. You might have dry mouth. Also, you might feel nauseated. You might have nausea, which is a feeling like you want to vomit. At times, you might have tense muscles or dizziness. So these are signs or symptoms of anxiety. And what may cause anxiety? Researchers don't know exactly what may bring on anxiety, like other forms, but they look at things like a mental health illness. They stem from a combination of things, including changes in your brain and environment. And when we talk about environment here, we're talking about things like stress. And even it can be gene related, which means it can be hereditary. And the disorders can run in families and could be linked to a faulty circuit in the brain that control fear and other emotions. So at times it might have nothing to do with you, but with your gene. So, and how can this be diagnosed? If you have symptoms like I've mentioned here, your doctor will examine you and ask you for your medical history, and they might also run a test to rule out medical illnesses that might be causing your symptoms. And no lab test can specifically diagnose anxiety disorder. That's one thing. So you don't have a specific laboratory test that can diagnose that. So, and we now look at how we can manage this anxiety disorder, because one thing is like, is there, but what can we do? So we can use medication, but in this case you must have contacted your GP or your doctor, and they would assess your symptoms and know which medications to place you on. Sometimes they manage people with antidepressants, and at times, depending, they can go as far as giving people other forms of treatment like cognitive behavioral therapy, which can help you to recognize the changes and thought patterns and behavior that might trigger this anxiety or panic. So, and then you will know how to deal with them. So, but on our part, what can you do? So the simple tips on helping this anxiety, if you have them, is to cut down on certain food and drink that can cause anxiety. Things like caffeine, like coffee, tea, cola, energy drink, chocolate. Caffeine is a mood alerting drug, and it may make your symptom of anxiety worse. So by cutting down on such food can help to reduce anxiety. Also, eat proper diet, exercise, and get better sleep as well. So sometimes you can have some brisk aerobic exercise like jogging and biking. They can help you to release some energy from your brain. And so some chemicals that cut stress and improve your mood. Also, sleep. Problem and anxiety disorder often go hand in hand. When you have a problem, you tend not to sleep. So it goes hand in hand. So make getting good and rest a priority. So make sure you get a good rest, make sure you get a good sleep. You can follow a relaxing bedtime routine, like go to bed at a particular time in the night, and also make your bedroom comfortable for sleep. At times you might decide to use a thicker blind, like curtains, especially during summer when it's too, the days are longer, and you tend to still have some brightness outside. You can use a thicker kind of blind. And also make sure you don't take something that will keep you awake, like we talk about caffeine or coffee. Some people drink coffee before they go to bed, disease from that. And at times when you go to bed and you cannot sleep, instead of just turning around in your bed, you can just get up, you can take a walk, you can go around, just keep yourself a bit busy, keep yourself active, and then you'll be able to go to bed. And also you can ask your doctor or your pharmacist before taking any over-the-counter medication or herbal remedies. So most of us know how to medicate ourselves, look for home remedies, but before you take all these things, make sure you speak to your doctor, because what you might be taking might not only hinder you getting results from your anxiety, but it can end up causing other harms in your body. So make sure you speak to your doctor. And many chemicals as well can make anxiety symptoms worse, so that's why you have to be careful what you take. So that's the end of our topic today on anxiety. So I hope you've enjoyed this so far, and hope to see you on our next topic. Thank you so much.